spectating a ranked game with the #1 Janus player in Smite. He is also the #1 Scylla player, but I told him to play Janus. If he doesn't get Janus, he'll play Scylla. And we're just gonna learn from this dude, because Janus is honestly one of the most up-and-coming mages right now. It gets played a lot out of nowhere. Like, it gets played almost every single game right now, and there's a lot to learn from the god. So we're gonna go ahead and look at their picks and bans. I'm in comms with them. I'm gonna jump in after he does the picks and bans. No, he's playing mid, bro, not Janus jungle. But yeah, we'll jump in comms with him while he's playing. My goal is to not distract him or anything. Yo, Stallone, what rank are you?
I am Masters right now.
You know what your MMR is?
It's 2300, I think, right now.
Okay. Masters 2300, and he's gaming. Is Thor? Are people thinking Thor's OP now? This man said Thor open. He's gonna be against a Janus. Janus does well in a Hebo. Or sorry, Hebo does well in a Janus. Not even mid. Like, Hebo jungle can have a really good time against the Janus because of the 2 counter to Janus's 3. If he doesn't get a Penta, he's not the best. I want to match him up. I'm going to match him up when I get it planned out against another rank 1 mage player.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna go Janus.
Dang, they took your Scylla.
Right. It's all good.
So the rank 1 Janus, is now playing against a Scylla when he is also the rank 1 Scylla. So when I said rank 1, a lot of people were confused by this when I tweeted it. Was trying to figure this stuff out, like who is what. There's a god leaderboard. The god leaderboard is not based on your actual rank. It is based on how many wins and how many losses you have, and there's a point system. Every win is 50 points. Every loss is minus 25 points. So technically, you could be even and up a bunch of points and still be, you know, one of the higher rated players. But the leaderboard is still pretty cool just to see who grinds what gods. It's not much of a bragging point, but if you're playing a god that much and you're a Masters level player like Stallone, there should be some pretty cool mechanics and gameplay that we see, or at least just like really pinpoint gameplay. Watch how he uses his portals. See how he's ulting around the map. See if he can have a good game. He might choke, and this might be us watching the #1 Janus player get destroyed and play like trash. I don't know. That's what we're here to find out. We're in here. I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna swap to this. Should be better for the way his layout is. And then I'll just remove this for right now. Actually, I'll move it over. Corsair goated. We can't remove Corsair. I will make it smaller, and I will fucking do this.
Oh, hey, Pam. Be careful. Okay.
Oh, bro, hold on. Dang, rocking the old UI, huh?
I'm
not a fan
of the new one.
Not a fan of the new UI. Did you try it at all, or were you just like, nah, I'm good?
I did. No, I did. I just the whole. I'm like very OCD, so like when I go into like the store, and it highlights like everything.
Oh
that
yeah,
bugs me so
yeah,
much.
that's annoying. Yeah.
It's clean. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just so used to the old one. It's like I gotta go stick with the old one.
Respectful. I mean, it's not like you get an advantage, so.
Exactly. If it did, then I would obviously play the new one, but obviously not.
So do you always go this build, or is there a reason like you ever swap it up?
I go this build now because he has that passive pen. So I just start off with Deso. Normally you probably go into Chronos Pendant, but I just go into Deso because I feel like the flat pen plus the percent pen kind of helps. I don't know. Maybe
So it's more for the late game and less. Are you worried about clearing? Does it make a difference?
Not really, no. I mean, Conduit Gen does the job, so.
Fair enough.
No. If I went Sands, it would be a different story.
Oh. Their clear should be pretty good here. It's weird looking at someone else's UI like this. I feel awkward trying to see where everybody is. He's got a rough, like an actual rough matchup overall between Hebo and Fenrir. I don't know which one's which or who's where, but between those two in the late game, it's gonna be really hard for him to do stuff. Should be hard for him, I guess. His team comp is nasty though too. How did he get a Mercury? It's a really good team comp. Be watching for his rotations. See where he goes with everything. They're not gonna have pressure. They don't have a good 2v2 fighting. He isn't really going for any portal plays yet. I don't know if it's normal gameplay for him or if he just figures there's nothing going on. I feel like he probably could have portaled the Hebo there, gone for it without putting it in a weird spot. He's using it for clear, so that's why.
Enemy spotted. Be careful. Enemies incoming right.
Pings. They just walked right into that Hebo. Oh.
Okay.
I don't know if he didn't expect to clear that fast or what. I don't know. Maybe the nerves are getting to him because I'm watching. This team just gave up first blood. They called that rotation from Hebo kind of late. I think he had to call it too instead of the jungler, where the jungler should have been calling it. Rough start. All right. Now we see him start to get a little aggro. Pretty clean with it too. So his pathing is bad there, but that is what it is, I guess. Oh, he's getting hyper aggressive. Ooh, good jukes. Oh my gosh. He hits the 2 anyway. That still is really poked. Cooldown shard for clear. So he's going for min-maxing. Doesn't care about the kill anymore. Good solo farm. He's got the totem from his solo laner, so I wonder if he's going to walk into the tower, if he's paying attention to it. Because he needs the mana. I try to pay attention to those things to see if other people value them or not. He might just back. Oh, nope, he's going for the mana. He knows. There must be an elo Evan with the portal play. That's actually, I mean, it's clean other than the weird attempted clear. Could be him shaking off the nerves. He'll be a really... Ooh, okay. Good ganking left. He's going to be pretty impactful here in the duo lane, or have to be. I think that duo lane just gets pooped on without him ulting over and consistently rotating.
Oh my god.
I think good Janus players are always moving their team around. In ranked, maybe not. In ranked, maybe you play more for just worry about yourself and hard carrying. But
Right now.
if you're playing with good teammates, I think any good Janus is going to move their teammates around and prio that. Another gank from Hebo and right. Ooh. This is a free ult. He's not going to follow up. He's just going for his farm. Pressure and maybe hit somebody? I don't think so. Kind of an awkward angle. Actually, that angle where he threw that ult, if they were diving that tower or pushing up to the tower, would have been sick. It would have been super clean. His build doesn't have mana sustain right now. He I literally asked him about like why he was going it, and it's mainly for late game. He's not worried about the early game, which is respectable. I think in ranked right now, the early game is the least valuable part of the game. I think the mid game is potentially the most important. Like the team fights in mid game really determine who has the better late game. But if everyone hits full build, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Oh, he stole one of those.
Like that.
Awareness. What is going on in right? They're just fighting a lot. Like too much. With the Jingwei. It says they went Jingwei Horus. So you have a defensive hunter and a really aggro support. And they don't synergize the way you would want. So he might go... Is he going Chronos here? I think. He's just maxing out his cooldown without going Soul Gem. I like seeing people's build choices on mages that play heavily around cooldown. They're just spam ganking this poor Fenrir. He's getting a ton of solo farm right now because the Mercury is ganking that lane. So he's level 8. He's probably a full level ahead of this Scylla. And he's massive compared to everyone else. And Geb is now leeching. His Horus... Nobody has leeched mid. No Merc leeching, no Horus leeching. I think the Merc even left pretty early. After like the third wave. Good awareness for the Geb. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that was close. I thought that was gonna hit.
That was a little predictable.
Okay. Very surprised he beads there. I don't think there was too much value. Oop, that's awkward. Overlap CCs. He probably should have held his portal there. I respect what he was going for the combo. And he didn't know Merc was gonna dash, but I think you could hold it there. Also think he beads. I think that was a bad beads. Not bad, not game breaking, but it wasn't a good beads. He beads for no reason. There was no follow-up. Scylla was nowhere to be found. Ult's only gonna hit for like 350 right now, since he doesn't have a full item. Actually, the Scylla might have a full item, but I don't think she does. Oh, he got baited.
Oh my god.
He just got baited so hard. So even your rank 1 Janus players can fall for the baits.
Okay.
If he'd had that beads, he might not have died. Nah, there's no way he gets CC long enough for Scylla to follow up. It's like not even close. The Scylla had just thrown her 2 to clear the wave. If we're talking about the Geb ult, there's just no way. And even if you were CC'd long enough for Scylla to follow up, you would see Scylla's gonna make it, then you would beads. You wouldn't pre-beads that kind of an ult where nobody's in position to kill you. Just overreacting. And early beads is early death, right? Like you don't have beads, you die. He literally died within a minute of using his beads. Just got hard baited. Scylla knew all she had to do was hit a root and he couldn't move and he's gone. This is Masters. This is 2300 MMR, 2350 MMR Masters player on the rank 1. He's the rank 1 Janus player on the leaderboard. You can as a VIP Blasphemous. He's still maintaining his lead though, and he's not changing up his play style, which is something you got to pay attention to when you watch the higher level players. Like a death doesn't actually matter. I just got done saying how early game doesn't matter anyway, so you'll be able to see it in their gameplay. The number 1 Loki, I forget. I looked him up. I messaged him on Twitter, but I don't know if he plays anymore or what. But he hasn't used his Twitter in months, years. Janus might be one of the most poorly played gods, not like by every player, but over the course of the whole player base that's played Janus, he's got to be one of the worst averagely played gods. It's refreshing to see somebody being aggro on Janus and trying and playing it right, you know?
I hope they're not at gold. They're not at gold. Bruh.
So he just freaked out again because Geb was here, which is surprising to me that he threw a portal into the wall. I believe he thinks somebody's around every time Geb goes in. Oh, did he angle? Oh my gosh, that was like that was close. That was really close. He almost caught him out of the leap.
I'm trolling too much. I gotta chill.
Getting a little jittery. Playing really far back. You can play a little confident here too because of how much damage they'd already done to everybody else, Fenrir and everyone else. I don't think they could do this. See how he's angling his camera to see over the wall so he can poke? If you're a mid player and you don't do stuff like that on these over the wall gods, Agni, Scylla, Yuwang, like, you know, 90% of the mages that get played, you're trolling. It's such a basic thing to just angle your camera. That's why you... Oh, he just threw his portal down. He's dead. Oh, the jukes. The jukes. The jitter jukes. He can't get out of it. This is looking rough for the number 1 Janus player. He's getting outmitted right now. He's been baited twice. That was really good jukes. The jitter jukes were actually 10 out of 10. But they're still kind of playing them. We haven't seen Merc mid yet either. Their team comp is definitely late game, but the Hebo on the enemy team and the Rama and Scylla are going to be late game too. Scylla needs to get more credit, for lack of a better word, man. Nobody gives her any props or respects how good she is. She's got to be the hardest hitting mage now, I feel like, after they've nerfed book builds. Rama's up 2.5 levels. Yeah, he is. Oh, baby. Oh, he went Doom Orb second. I thought he was going to go Chronos Pendant for spam. That really surprises me that he went pen second, went heavy pen second. He was explaining it. I didn't understand why. So now it makes more sense. The alt gives him the early percent pen to carry him through. What do you get from rank 1 alt? 4%, I think. Smart use of the alt for clear and for rotation here. He ulted high for the actual rotation for himself too, so he'd be here. Oh, clean movements, dude. Another kill too. That's really good for him. Just being aware of the map. That's why your lower level gold plat players struggle with anything like this. If you're not map aware, like Athena, people play Athena and will never ult in because they're just not aware enough. Lost Pyro though, that sucks. Do not go Chronos on this god in mid. You can absolutely go Chronos on this god in mid. You're drunk.
Oh god.
What are you saying? Oh, they didn't reset it. His team didn't reset it. He even wanted them to reset it.
Usually watch YouTube with Glad.
Wasn't Chronos just picked up by like 3 different players in the SPL and mid?
#1 Smite content creator.
Yeah, that's not on him. He even stopped hitting it because he wanted them to drop it, and he wanted to poke on the Scylla afterwards. He's looking kind of rough for the rank 1 Janus. That's the second time he's been picked, and out the third time I think he's been outplayed by Scylla. Oh, that Jingwei played that decently at first, but then walked too close to the creeps. He's counter picked based on his positioning. Oh my god. Oh. They just lost tier 2 at 14 minutes. They just lost tier 2 at 14 minutes. Oh my gosh. He didn't go Aegis either. Very interesting. Gotta give him his props. Not gonna take it away. He knows something I don't know, maybe. Good ult from the Mercury. Good follow up from him. He even waited for it. I like the patience right there. They might not get a kill here though. Never mind, I'm trolling. Good for him. He gets his kill. Where is it? Is KD's bottom left? He's 3-3-1. Enemy team is out objectiving them, and they're getting. Well, he's getting picked. He needs to stop. He's down 2 levels, level and a half.
I'm level 16.
He's gonna go. He's. You hear him talking about the levels. He notices the level discrepancy. He's gonna start looking for farm. That's why he's playing up. He wants to go for back camp farm. His team's fighting, so he's gonna go over here and get a free kill. The blink is value here. Good play from the blink. Saw that coming a mile away. That was clean. That's the one. If he's gonna be able to use it aggro like that, oh, this is beautiful. He didn't kill him because of defense. Oh, more to the right. He gets him. Beautiful. He's back in it, boys. From getting picked 3 times to being 5-3. His team got no gold lead off of that though, because they pushed mid and their ADC died again. This still is still huge. She's almost level 18. She just died. Oh. He's juking. Oh, the poly.
Poly. Oh, okay, alright.
And taunted! And taunted, bro! This Scylla's working him! Is rank 1 on a god a lie? I honestly think, I'm not putting it on, I'm not saying this is a fact, but from a viewer perspective, it feels like ego's getting in the way a little bit here, and he's trying to make plays on this Scylla to be like the better mid, where he needs to stop and just keep going to these side lanes, because all of his deaths are in the mid lane when he goes to go into Scylla. Every death is him being aggro on Scylla.
A new threshold. This way.
Bro, that's not Crush being too much damage. If any mage hits you with their main damaging ability and a poly proc and then a dash and then a poly proc, you're probably gonna die if you're another mage. The Scylla's huge. She had XP advantage. She's got, definitely has an item advantage.
Of course.
Okay, they killed him. Oh, he's dead.
What?
Dead.
Oh my god, where did I go into that?
The Scylla just gave someone a ton of gold to Hades, I think, but I don't know if it matters. I think that's game. We saw this in that sub league where someone took a Horus ult and got clapped for it. When you're a mage, going into a Horus ult is hyper risk. I think I played with that Mercury last night. Or today. Or tonight. One or the other.
A new threshold.
The Scylla is having a very good game. This goes to show that just because someone has a border on a god, even like in his case, he's probably is one of the better Janus players, but it doesn't mean like you should be freaking out playing the matchup. You shouldn't think it's a great player. You should play as a normal game, because the Scylla is playing like he's better, and so far it's working out. But we got 6K gold. We got a little ways to go. Opening with the Janus ult. Good ult onto the Hebo. They just did a ton of damage. Mercury should be able to get a kill here. Yep. I like that reaction time. That was beautiful. He still has blink. Blink the Geb knock up. Nice. Oh, how? How in the world? That looked like it was gonna cover the whole hallway there.
This way.
I want to point something out because you just mentioned it. Someone said, I wonder if the pressure of us watching him is getting to him.
Bro, what is he doing?
So think about that. This is just me specking somebody play a regular rank game, right? Nothing on the line. And there are people out there that think they're going to go into an SPL game and do better than SPL players when they're like the same people freak out during a rank game spec, right? Okay, that was really weird. He's dead. Anytime he's gotten aggressive on the Scylla, he's died. Every single time. All 6 of his deaths are being aggro on Scylla. Because he was kind of going for Geb there, but Scylla was in the area. He's got to stop fighting him mid. I'm wondering if he's going to realize it and just give it up. And he probably should have done it a while ago. We're watching the rank 1 Janus player in the game, who's also a Masters player. He's 3 levels behind. His whole team is behind, to be fair. It's not just him. But respecting him, I'm mainly going to talk about him. He's 3 levels behind. As a Janus. Wait, so he did go Chronos Pendant. He went at 3rd. I truly believe going Chronos 2nd this game would have been way better for him and his performance. Good job of him staying out far enough. He's doing the damage, but it's just where they're doing the damage, isn't it? Yeah, he's keyboard and mouse. You can tell by the numbers for his abilities. He's also turning fast. Yeah, his rotations are clean, and his team fights are really clean. It's just when he tries to kill anything around the Scylla, tries to be aggro around the Scylla.
A new threshold.
He backed off so Scylla couldn't root him.
A new threshold.
Oh my gosh. He's really quick with his reactions to get something down and then get back up to vision or where he can throw abilities out. Oh, that's really big damage. If that had hit Hebo too, that would have been ridiculous. We're losing some quality, boys. There we go, we're back. This as far behind as he'll be, probably, yeah. I mean, he's gonna hit 20 here eventually. If the enemy team doesn't get a Phoenix, they're fine. Honestly, even if they get Phoenix, that's fine. 2 Phoenixes, then they're not fine. He doesn't know who to go on. Mark just went in. Oh, did he hit 2 or 1? I can't tell if he hit 2 or 1 with that ult.
I fucking walked into that. Jesus Christ.
He positioned really unsafe on that side of the map. That might be the game. They get this Phoenix, which they should. I think that could turn in the game. Maybe they won't. Actually, they're pretty there they go. Never mind. I lied. Yeah, that's the cost of having Blink over Aegis. As soon as you're not aggro and the other enemy team is, oh, Hebo might die, Hebo might die, Hebo might die. He's so low. Oh my gosh. Probably not tonight, Cryptic. I streamed all afternoon. I've streamed for like 8 hours today.
Ultimate is ready.
Jing autoing for 2. I wonder what build she went. His team fight tech is really good. I'm like processing everything. He's had all of his ults have connected in like real team fights. His 2s have pretty much all connected in real team fights. It's when it isn't quite a team fight yet, or early when he tried to make a play that when shit was where shit went wrong. Power farming 20, I'd assume here. He's not going for 20. There he goes. Is he streaming more as a lifestyle or as a job? It's a job, 100%. I'd say you're talking streaming as a lifestyle and a job. Like overall, it's both, but it's a little more of a lifestyle when you're doing IRL streams and you're not playing a game. When you're playing a game and there's, you know, levels to it and shit to it, then it's definitely a job. Oh, that awareness, dude. That's the play you needed. That was beautiful. He has to secure this. He secured it. That was fantastic awareness. His patience was crazy. The fact that he just has a double portal. He's playing out of his mind right now. Their base is dying. He left that instantly. He wants to defend. They're backing out. That's good. Oh. Okay, I'm so glad he didn't die off of that. That was beautiful. The Scylla was going for a loop to get a free kill. She was going to try to root to him and insta-kill him and then steal the fire. And she got spotted. A question I get a lot too is when do you upgrade your starter? See where he just did? Usually you'll upgrade it after you finish your 5th item. Then get your starter, then get your last item. He did put that ward at Pyro. The awareness. That was really smart because that just won them everything, that whole thing. Obviously, them getting into the position was big for him and his team, but that one that secured them the win there.
A new threshold. Group up.
Putting it on duo lane being behind is kind of troll. You guys are acting like your teammates are gonna have good games all the time, where it's the opposite. Your teammates are usually gonna have bad games. You'll have a teammate or two most games that play decent. Sometimes, you know, they're playing great, but usually it's just two decent teammates and two bad teammates, and you got to play around that. That's why we're watching a high level player and seeing how they react around it. Like, his team fights have been great. The duo lane losing is gonna happen. You got to play around yourself and figure that out. Yeah, he's the #1 solo too. Yep. Could have been why he knew that Scylla was gonna go for the loop. His secures are perfect. No, baby, the combos, dude. He just did 1,800 damage right there, and he didn't overcommit. Beautiful. They just insta killed all the carries. He has his blink up. I think he gets a kill here. Nice job. Really big here. Yep. He just, his teammates hit everything. They hit their CCs, they hit their abilities, but he played that as perfect as he could. They comboed off of a knock-up, so the Rama insta died. That was beautiful. I'm surprised that they aren't going for a Phoenix. I know their mid Phoenix is getting low, but they could have still gone for Phoenix. Is he gonna lose the tower? So a Pexicle? Appreciate you, dude.
A new threshold.
I had people mad at my YouTube video yesterday. We can watch the video where someone did less damage than him. What a piece of shit. A copium. I'm small for this screen. I have to be. He's got a different UI than I use. His map will be covered by my camera. So if this is Masters, what rank does your buddy think you deserve? No, this isn't Elo Hell. This isn't Elo Hell. This is me wanting to spectate some rank 1 players. See how they play, see the difference in them from what I would do, or really it's more of what they're doing that your average player doesn't notice. But I want to go further. I'm gonna do my best to set it up where he can play against a rank 1 mid laner mage. Like, you know, he can take on the rank 1 Zeus or something. And you can see the difference between them. So they still gotta do another. He had to make a really big play in that last fight. Notice how Scylla hasn't made any plays here in the late game. All of her playmaking was early and mid. Don't want to speak too soon, but he's kind of stepped it up in the late game where he messed up early mid. The Scylla's done the reverse.
What is he doing? What are you doing, buddy?
Oh
my god.
I can see they're really upset about
all right. Oh baby, the timing. He's just getting out. He's just done with it. Or maybe he's not done with it. He's nuts. He's nuts. The Scylla got picked again, and he just hit that. He just did so much damage. That's the game. He played the fact that Hebo didn't kill him is crazy. I don't know how Hebo didn't want him. I don't know how the Hebo didn't get a one-off. I don't know if he flicked and missed because he was trying to be too fast or what. He 100% should have died to that Hebo. His teammates bamboozled him by letting the Hebo blink, but he should have been back farther till that Hebo was definitely in combat. That could have thrown the game. He got very lucky the Hebo didn't get the kill on him. But also that Scylla just completely threw another team fight. I haven't seen him press tab very much. Unless I'm just not paying attention to it. Hebo's up in 3. That was huge to buy them time.
Please.
I think they still win, right? No, Scylla's up. They still win. They still won. They still won. He almost threw, dude. He almost threw. He almost threw. All right, were you satisfied with that gameplay?
Hell no. No, that was terrible. My God. I was
From
so
my
nervous.
point of view, your team fights were nuts, but it was when you tried to go aggro or make a play around the Scylla, you just
Yeah,
got bamboozled.
I got a little too cocky.
Do you usually go Blink over Aegis, or was that?
Yeah. pretty
Okay, you
much,
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer the blink. Yeah.
It worked out a lot. There's a lot of times when like your Blink is about to make a play here, and it did. That was clean. Like you 100% won the Fire Giant fight. You won a Gold Fury fight for your team. That's kind of nuts.
I could have played much better early, but I was just a little nervous. I'll be honest with you, but that's not an excuse.
I mean, you played like maybe I'm gonna say bad. I don't mean bad. You played pretty bad early, and then
Yeah.
really good late. The Scylla played really good early, and then worthless late. She did nothing. Like I don't think she did anything late. So you know that's all that matters. I was telling literally as I was telling the team, I was like, or telling the stream, I was like, early game doesn't matter. So notice how his death isn't making him change the way he's playing. And then I was like, mid game team fights matter the most, but late game is, you know, gonna determine the game, and that's exactly what fucking happened right there.
Oh yeah, that Hebo made a lot of. I don't know what the Horus was doing most of the time.
Can you show me the builds?
Sure.
I wanted to see Hebo build because did he not won you at the end when he knocked you up on the at the blue buff?
Did not. No, he did like. I think I had like maybe 600 health.
Yeah, he has. Look at his power. He has an insanely high power build. He has.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
He's got a. He had to have had over 800 power at that point. He should have killed you. That's
Least.
crazy.
At least. He
That's
had,
crazy.
860. Just
Yeah,
base.
that's nuts. That's yeah, but that's with no potions or
That's
buffs or
base.
anything.
That's it. Or even just bumbas. Not even no bumbas. Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I wonder
don't
if it
know how
was
he fucking
down.
did it.
I know it's a short. It's like a 3-second cooldown or whatever, but I wonder if it wasn't up.
What are you talking about? The 3 second?
Because he blinked and knocked you up and ulted, right? Or did he
blinked-
won
yeah,
first?
No, he blinked, knocked me up, and then ulted, and then he tried to one, but then he didn't turn.
Oh, he didn't turn all the way. That's what I thought. I was like, I was like,
I
wondering if he
think
missed.
just got a crit on him. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. All right, well, that was a good game. I'm gonna try. Whenever I find another mage that's a higher rated mage, I'm gonna set up where you play them. I want to see how that goes.
Sure,
Thank
I'm
you
down.
for doing this.
thanks
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Good
man.
game.
Peace.
You gotta get that MMR up now.